Don't take with it, don't take with it, don't take with it. Don't take with it. Don't take with it, don't take with it, don't take with it. Don't take with it. Don't take with it, don't take with it, don't take with it. Don't take with it. Don't take with it, don't take with it, don't take with it. Don't take with it. Don't take with it, don't take with it, don't take with it. Don't take with it.
MIKEGTV. Mike G back again with another video. Today's video, I know I haven't been making a lot of car videos lately, but today I'm gonna redo the wheel bearings, but this time I'm gonna do the race 2 on that passenger wheel because I can't figure it out. I can't figure out what's wrong with the car, why that wheel keeps getting hot. I didn't even test it in a couple of days. I'm gonna touch it when I get to the pot store. I'm going to O'Reilly's right now to thanks. I'm going to O'Reilly's right now to get the tool to put the races in, the rotor. My friend said I don't need it. He said just use some punches, but I want to get it now so I don't have to get it later, and it's free to rent the tools. You just gotta give them the deposit. So I'm gonna get that tool and install the bearings. So I'll turn you guys back on when I get to the place where I'm gonna do these bearings up. $69, $69.54 to rent that tool, but you get your money back when you bring it back. I'll show you guys what it looked like real quick. Like I said, my friend said I don't need it, but I want to have it just in case, and I don't want to mess anything up. But that's what it looks like right there. So let me go to the spot where I'm going to do this at and get to doing it. Alright, this is the problem that I'm having. When I try to turn the wheel, it doesn't even want to turn. Gonna try to fix that today by changing these bearings. Alright, I took the tire off. I gotta take the caliper off now. It's that 3/8 Allen socket or whatever it is. It's a good thing it stopped raining because I didn't want to do this tomorrow. Tomorrow's a car show. It is really hot. Tomorrow's a car show that I want to go to. So I need to get this done today. Not really any space in here, but let me take this off and I'll turn these guys back on. Alright, so I got both of those loose. Take those out. Today I got the C-clamp. take this pad off and leave the other one on. This thing is really hot. What I'm going to use is the C-clamp to push the caliper back as far as it can go. I'll put that back on there so I can push it back and not mess up the pad, because these are new pads. Alright, that's pushed back as far as it can go. It didn't move that far, but it moved. Yeah, that's as far as it goes. So take the C-clamp out of there. Don't need that anymore. I don't need to do anything with it. What I need to do with this is hang it up so it doesn't, or find a place to put it where it's not going to fall. Some fluid just came out of the this thing. I thought it was brake fluid. Hopefully not. But I'm gonna put that up there for right now because I don't need that. Take this cap off. I gotta get me a flathead screwdriver. Maybe I can use this, but let me get the flathead screwdriver. Alright, I got the flathead screwdriver, a hammer. I'm just gonna knock this off. Just go around it. Got that off. Take this cotter pin out. Seems like I don't have none of the tools that I need. Everything's in the trunk or in the back seat. We'll try to find you some pliers or something. Take this cotter pin out. Got the cotter pin out. It's right there. Telling you, everything I need is not here. So let me get the pliers. Already got the pliers. They call this castle nut. That's off. Take this washer out of here. Trying to get this done as fast as possible because it's really hot out here. I guess because it just rained, it's really humid. So I just put these in not too long ago. These things are really hot. But that's it. This will come out. Woo, that thing is hot. That's the problem that I'm having right there. It's too hot. But let me clean all this up, wipe it down, and I'll turn these guys back on. All right, I'm gonna put these gloves on. I cleaned that up as good as I can. Gonna have to clean up inside the rotor too. Take this sail off. That's off. This is the inside bearing. It looks like it's burnt up to me. I don't know how to tell if these are good or what, but I know by this black grease that doesn't look too good. But I'm gonna have to clean all that stuff out of there. It's gonna take a while, so let me turn you guys off. Turn you back on when I'm done. All right, I got me some punches. I'm gonna punch. I need to use the hammer. Try to use the biggest one first. I'm gonna use the hammer and try to bang the front one out first. I think I need a longer one. I don't even know if I have a longer one. Yeah, this one is way too short, so let me try to do the back one. I need something to put this rotor on. That's what I need, so I don't mess it up. All right, I did have a longer one. Would be nice to have a vise, but don't have one. All right, I'm gonna try the other side because that one, it's really hard to get out. This one, the back one looks like it would be easier to get out. That one's out. The red one is out. There it is right there. Let's try to get this front one out now. I got this skinnier edge one. Let's see what I can do with this one. Maybe I should use the flat edge one. I don't want to mess up the rotor, but I'm try to use this one.
It's really hard to get in there.
Thought it would have been done by now, but let me keep banging on this thing, going around it with whatever will work. I don't know. I'll turn these guys back on when I'm about to get it out. Alright, I've been out here for like a half hour. I finally got it with this thing, the biggest one that I had, and the sledgehammer. It came right out when I put this on there. All that time wasting with these little things. This is the one. I don't know what this is, but this is the one that worked on it. So what I'm gonna do right now is just clean inside. Clean inside real good. You can see it's like burnt in here. But I'm gonna clean inside real good, and I'll turn you guys back on when I'm about to put the new races inside. All right, I cleaned it out as good as I could. This is the seal. I marked this. This is the outer one, so this is the one I need. No, I need the inner one. This is the inner one right here. So right now all I need is the race. And it goes in with I don't know if yours is gonna have letters on it, but the flat part, the thick flat part is gonna go in first. And I got this. I think that's the one right there to knock it in. So I'm gonna put it like that. Put this. I'm going to start it like this first. Alright, it's going down. I'm going to finish it with this. And I can tell that it's all the way down because it's making a different kind of noise, but Do it, hit it a couple more times, make sure it's down all the way. I don't want to mess up the inside of this, the race, because I'll be doing this again. Alright, that seems to be all the way down. So now I'm going to flip it around and put the race in the front. So this one is going to be the outer one. They said don't put grease in for the races, so I'm not going to put grease. But take this out. All I want is the race. Again, that part is down. Want to keep those out of the dirt. So I'm going to tap this down. Get it started with that. And I have to change this to a smaller one. That's exactly the size that I need. So I'm going to put this on here. Tighten this up. I didn't think I was going to be able to get that race out. Alright, it's bottomed out. Make sure. So they're both in there. Put this away because I don't need this anymore. And now gonna have to wipe it down again, get that dirt out of there, and put the bearings in and put it on the car. But I'll turn you guys back on when I get to doing some of that stuff. What I'm doing now is just cleaning it up. Make sure I didn't get no dirt or whatever fell in there. Make sure everything's clean. Flip it over and do the other side. Alright, everything's clean. Probably should have bought rotors too, but I'm just trying to figure out what the problem is right now. So this is the outer one. I don't need that right now. This is the inner. I gotta put my gloves on and get the grease and packing these bearings. You don't have to take a lot because you're gonna end up wasting it. This is the outer and this is the inner. I gotta make sure I don't want to do the wrong one. Not right now. All you gotta do get that grease packed in there. I don't know if I'm doing this the right way. Maybe you should go, you're supposed to go like this. I don't know. Yeah, probably. This is what, my third time doing this. Just want to make sure these bearings are well greased. I got the heavy duty Lucas grease. I don't know why it's so hard to find that grease, but I ended up finding one near my house at the O'Reilly's. Nobody else had that grease. I don't know why it's so hard to find, but I'll show you in a couple minutes the one that I'm talking about. Just want to make sure this is right. I'm not trying to take this tire off again. You can tell by the grease will start coming out. You see right there in the crack. I don't know if you can see it, but I can see it. Being cheap on the grease. Do it one more time. Just for S&Gs. If you don't know what that means, figure it out. But that should be good enough. So I'm going to drop that in there. And now I need the seal. It's a messy job. So make sure you got gloves if you do have to do this. Make sure you got enough paper too. But the seal is right here. I knock that into place right here. Regular hammer. See how it makes a different noise? That's how you can tell that it's all the way down. I'm gonna have to clean this rotor before I put it on the car. Make sure all this grease is off, but I gotta pack. I'm gonna wait till I go back over to the car. I'm gonna pack the grease into that other bearing. I'll turn you guys back on when I get over there. I already sprayed the spindle down. I cleaned all of this up. Want to make sure I don't have any brake grease on there or anything. What I'm gonna do now is put it on. I gotta pack those other bearings. I need more gloves. Hold on. All right, I put the gloves on. I got the bearing. This is the outer bearing. I wrote out on it so I don't get them mixed up. This is the grease I was talking about, extra heavy duty grease. Supposed to be better, I don't know. Almost dropped it. See how it's coming out? And this is what it's supposed to do. A little bit more, just to be on the safe side. I'm telling you, I do not want to. I hope this works, man. I am so tired of messing with this side right here. All right, that should be good. What I'm gonna do is just put it on there. I don't know why it's not going on right, but get that screwdriver. I don't know why this thing is not going in there. There we go. I actually want to put more grease inside, so I'm going to take that out because I want to fill it up with grease. So let me clean my hands off as much as I can. I don't want to touch the rotor. That's the problem. So let me get this bearing out of here. Try to at least. And fill that thing up with grease. There we go. Yeah. I don't know how I'm gonna do this, but should be good enough. That's a lot of grease I put in there. Put it back on the car. I already got grease on the road, I see already. Come on. I'm gonna have to clean that rotor. So remind me. It's kind of hot when you got gloves on and grease everywhere, but try to get some of this stuff off my hands. All right, it's this thing now. Just try to get all the dirt off of it, make it as clean as possible. There's only one way this thing goes on there. There's a groove in there. And it would only let you put it on one way. So just turn it until you get that groove. Get to the groove. Do the same thing with this. Just try to clean it as good as possible. Get that dirt out of there. Put it on with the holes facing out because you have to put the CALIPER in. I was supposed to find the socket that fits this, but I'm gonna have to do it. So let me find the socket that fits that and I'll be right back. Alright, I looked in the trunk and I don't even have a socket that big. It's bigger than a 1, so what I'm going to do is just tighten this up. This is the tricky part. You don't want to go too tight. I don't know. In the video that I watched, they said tighten it real tight. So I'm going to do what they said. Tighten it real tight. I guess to seat the bearings where they're supposed to be. Then turn the rotor. There's grease everywhere. I don't even want to touch it. But I have to. Everything I touch got grease on it. Alright, I'm gonna get greasy anyway. Like I said, turn it. Then loosen it. And then they said, you see, it's supposed to, my wheel's supposed to go freely like that, but it wasn't. It's the reason why I'm doing this job. They said make it tight again, but not as tight as the first time. Spin it. And now loosen it up. I don't remember where the cotter pin hole was. I think it's straight up and down. I think it was. I think I see it. Yeah, it's right there. So first thing I got to do is straighten this thing out. And probably, of course, I don't have the hammer on me, so I use this thing again. It saved me the first time. Just straight. All I'm doing is straightening it out. Try to get the dirt off that thing too. So there's a notch right there, but I think that's too loose. I think that's going to be too loose. It is spinning nice though. So let me try to. That might be the hole. I marked it last time. I had it on this one. There's a little notch there. I banged it with the screwdriver. That's where I had it last time, and that probably was too tight. But I think I'm gonna go with that one this time. I don't know. Let me rock it back and forth or spin it, whatever you want to call it. Because last time I was having problems, so I don't want to have problems this time. But I think that's it right there. Because if I have it there, it's gonna be too tight. You see what I'm saying? The cotter pin fits in there, but it still spins all right. So I'm not sure. You take it out and move it back to the one that I just had it right there. I don't know, it's not rocking or anything, so I guess I'm gonna go with that. If it's too loose, I can always come and take the tire off, but you really don't want to do that. Put this dust cap back on. Of course, I need the hammer. That thing's spinning now. They spinning. Gotta take these lugs off. I put these on because when I was banging it on the ground, I didn't want to mess up. The threads, so that's the reason why I put these on. I didn't want to mess up the threads when I was banging on it. Yeah, earlier there was a tornado warning and everything. That's why I didn't think I was going to be able to do this today, but what I'm doing now is just getting the excess grease off of this. Grease and brakes do not mix. Actually, I could spray it. Let me put the cover on this grease because I'm going to have to use this again. Spray it down. Forgot I needed a new rag. The rag I got is all greased up. I gotta do the back side too because I got grease on that. Do the back side now. Look at all the grease that came off of all that green. It's just grease everywhere. Alright, looks like all the grease is gone. Put this caliper back on. I already pushed it all the way back. I don't remember how this thing went. It's twisted up too. Goes like this. That's how it goes. Last time I didn't, this thing, the sensor right here needs to be on the bottom. I figured that out last time. Last time I tried to put it on, I tried to put it on the wrong way. Easy like that. Get the pins, clean these off. Supposed to put some grease in these things too. I'm tired of touching this grease already, but clean this other one off. And it's that late already?
What?
It's that late already?
I got up. It's 2:45.
I didn't even put no grease on this one.
God, I can go.
Put a little bit of grease on it.
I thought you were eating.
Tighten it up, and I'll be done.
I didn't notice that this brake hose is in the way on the top. My hands are so greasy. I didn't think I was going to be able to get that off, but I did.
The wheel needs to be turned too. Man, I'm lazy. I don't want to go all the way over there and turn it. I might need to. So let me turn the wheel and I'll be right back. All right, the wheel's turned. Now that hose won't be in my way. I don't know if you can see the hose. Probably. The hose was in my way, so I had to turn the wheel. All right, everything's tight. Put the rim back on the wheel, and I'll be all set. All right, I put the wheel back on. Now the tire's spinning freely. That's the way it's supposed to spin. It hasn't spun like that in a long time, but I don't even know if it's gonna stay like that because I didn't press the brake yet, and I did push the caliper back, but it should be okay. I don't have no movement. If I shake it sideways or up and down, there's no space, so we should be good. Now I gotta clean up this mess. There's stuff everywhere. I even got stuff near the house too, but I gotta clean this all up and get my hands greasy again, and then get all this stuff off. But hopefully the job's done. I want to go to that car show tomorrow. The lady told me it's at Foxy Lady. I don't know. She gave me the address. I think she said 318. I don't know. I'll put it up. But by the time you see this video, it's going to be past that date anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But I'm going to go to the car show tomorrow and record everything. Hopefully it doesn't rain. But yeah, that's about it. Thanks for watching the video. Like, share, subscribe. MIKEGTV. I am out of here. Just finished packing everything up and it started raining. Perfect timing. Don't forget to pump those brakes. I'm on my way back to O'Reilly's to return this so they can give me back my $70. Thanks for watching the video. MIKEGTV.